traders, welcome to the Mind Growth channel. I'm going to show you how I trade the S&P 500, ticker symbol SPY, and make anywhere between 10 to 15% trading options on Robinhood. First, I'm going to show you why I took this trade. You'll see my entries, my exits, my P&L on Robinhood. And if you stay to the end, I'm going to show you how I trade in real time live. So let's get into it. All right, so first we start with the big picture, and we know we're in a downtrend. The S&P 500 has been in a downtrend since the beginning of the year for a whole year, pretty much. All right, every time we hit the bear market trend or the 200 moving average, we got rejected and we made a new low. I'm not saying we will make a new low, but the momentum is going towards the downside. So I'm more considering shorts or getting puts because that might be a better opportunity. Now let's go to the lower time frame. Now this is the 383 to 384 level, and what I've noticed is that every time price comes into this level right here, it gets rejected. So we get rejected here, we go lower. Okay, we get above it, we gap down, and then we go lower, we make a new low, and then we consolidate below it, gets rejected multiple times, and it goes lower. So here again, we have price getting into that level, getting rejected, and going lower. And this is today. Today we gap down, and so my guess is, okay, we should trend lower all day as we have before. Every single time we've hit this level or got rejected by this level or even gap down, we usually move lower. So first off, I'm thinking, okay, a short's probably the best thing I can do. So at this point, I am looking to go short, and I want to see weakness. I want to see bearish weakness on the price action. And first thing in the morning, SPY pumps up. And remember, it's coming from a gap down. So it gap down all pre-market. This gray area is pre-market. It comes down in pre-market. It makes a big move higher, just can't get above. It gets slammed all the way down, right? Makes its way back up and makes a lower high. Comes down, gets support on VWAP, makes a lower high. So I'm not trying to trade yet. I really want to see a good setup. Now, I did miss a couple trades, but I want to be as patient as possible. So I wait all day. I'm really waiting until the third session. Here we got this move right here. Now, what we're getting is this is high of day. We make a lower high, and right off the bat, that lower high is telling me, because it's moving lower, that SPY cannot get above. It can't make a new high, and if it's not going to make a new high, it usually makes a new low. And what do we get? SPY rolls over, and this was a great setup right here. It actually rolls over, makes a huge low. It makes a new low of day, and this is really where I got into the trade. So what I want you to see is I waited for this thing to bottom. Now we get an exaggerated move to the upside, and I'm looking to get short at one of these levels. So I'm marking the levels, right? I'm marking what resistance is. This is our first resistance. This is our second resistance here. And I really didn't get into the trade until right here. This bubble is where I actually started the trade, okay? So I'm looking for price to start rolling over, and I draw this trend right here. I draw this trend, and once that trend breaks and we fall into this support line and we're beneath the 21 EMA, that's when I want to get interested. So I think it's getting heavy. I'm watching it get heavy. I'm also using the VIX in the dollar to actually make this trade. And when I see the VIX go up or the dollar go up, that gives me more confirmation that the SPY is going to come down, because they're to some degree inversely correlated. The VIX a lot more. So anyways, I enter right here. I enter the trade right here. Okay, I see this huge wick down. It comes back up, and now it's below the EMA. And if we look earlier in the day, okay, I want you to see when price falls and it gets below the EMA. Once it gets below the EMA and starts consolidating, it's setting up for a breakdown. It's setting up to break down, to drop out. And you just need to find the support line, and that's usually where you want to get in. Now, I don't like to get in at the break. I want to get in while it's moving against the direction I want to trade in, and I want to get in against that EMA. So I'm staying as patient as I can. And now here I have my P&L right here. Okay, so my first buy was I just bought one contract. Okay, I got one contract, and that first contract was somewhere in the capitulation up here. That was just to get in some size, or just to get in. It's a very small size. That wasn't my actually trade. But the second contract the two contracts I got next right here, the 370 is this bubble. This is the two contracts I got in, right? So I got those two contracts in, and I'm waiting to see, okay, I want to get at least 6 contracts in, right? I want to get 6 contracts in at least. And so I'm waiting to see more confirmation that these candles can't get above the EMA. So I see it, 1, 2, okay, we drop a little bit, and then I like when it drops and comes back up. When it came back up and I saw that wick, I saw the wick, which means it's getting rejected. That's when I got in my full size. I got in the 3 contracts. Yeah, this isn't gigantic size, but it's just more for education, more to teach you, hey, you can use small size and make a lot on options. Okay, now we're consolidating beneath the EMA, and it starts dropping out. Price drops out and I just stay as patient as I can. I'm drawing the support and saying, okay, well, where's my exit? Where is my where am I going to get out? And where I would get out, where my stop is going to be above these wicks and above the EMA and a hold. I don't want to just see it break above, right? Just one big green bar, because it can also come back down just as fast. So it's not just a break above the EMA. It's not just a break above a support or resistance line. It's a hold. When I say get above and then hold, and then it makes a new high, then I'm out. But we didn't get that. It came down lower and I'm staying as patient as I can. Boom, it moves up, right? Runs right into the previous support that turned in, and it's turning into resistance now. It goes lower. I'm staying as patient as I can. Okay. It drops out again, hits the next support line, right? Drops that support. And right here, it was tough to get filled. So if you noticed, I didn't get filled here. I tried to get filled here, but I wasn't able to get filled. And that's the downside of using Robinhood, is you're not going to get filled as easily or as quick sometimes. So that's the downside, but that's why we're staying small in our size. Eventually, price was very weak. And so this was my exit right here, which is I waited a couple bars. All these capitulations to the upside, these are kind of bullish. So I thought, okay, we're spending enough time below resistance and I want to see it drop to the floor, but it didn't drop fast enough for me. And once I saw 1, 2, 3, 4, I was like, okay, let's cover here. We've made enough. I think we're up 18, 19% at one point. And that was the trade. So now I'm going to switch over to live if you want to watch me trade live. All right, I think we got an opportunity to get short here. Big flush. We just saw a huge flush at around 11 o'clock. We're going to buy one of these puts, one of these 379 puts. All right, so we're in 3 contracts. Okay, our stop is going to be above 379.80, a hold above 379.80. But now we're getting the rejection on the EMA. See that? We're getting the rejection on the 21 EMA on the 1 minute, 21 EMA rejection. It's starting to consolidate between this support and the EMA. This is what we're looking for price action. All right, let's see if we can get this. Looks like it wants to flush a little lower. What is that? 379.53. 379.50 wants to break. Let's pull one more time into that EMA. One more time into the EMA. That's our resistance. EMA is our resistance. Okay, the dollar's dropping. That's not in our favor, but the VIX is rolling up a little bit. That's in our favor. VIX is pushing up a little bit. That gives us some more variables. Let's see, tick is coming down. AD is starting to make new lows. If the dollar bounces here, we should be heading lower for sure. Here's my P&L. All right, that's pretty good volume there. Let's see if it gets rejected. If it gets rejected, that's it. We want to see a quick rejection off the EMA. All right, we're starting to get it. We're going to enter right here. Okay, we're in 6 contracts. If we get above these wicks, we're going to cut some size. 379.70 is where we'll cut some size. 379.70. It needs to hold 379.70 though, not just a wick to 379.70. We want to see the hold above it. All right, P&L is right here. You can start seeing how the options work out. These are the 379 puts, 379 put options. They're up 4% so far. We're still above the 21 EMA. Okay, we're below VWAP. We made a lower high. We're below the EMA. We got a lot of technical variables in our favor. And we are now below this previous support turned into resistance level. Again, the only negative we have right now on this trade breaking through is the dollar is not really pulling higher, and neither is the VIX. Okay, we just have the S&P kind of drifting lower. And now the dollar's starting to pull up a little bit. This is interesting. We're starting to get the dollar to roll up. Price needs to get below 379.30 and hold, and then we should see that support crack and come right back down to the previous lows. But we look, I don't know, maybe it's too, yep, it's heavy. It's heavy. There we go. We're breaking down. We're breaking down. Okay, there we go. We're breaking down. Okay, you can see the puts. We're up 9% on the puts. Okay, 10%. 11%. Okay, for these puts to get in the money, we need to get below 379. And I think we rip here. I think we just keep ripping. I could be wrong, but we've been patient enough. It is Friday. Remember, it is Friday. And the market likes to sell off hard on a Friday. Not all the time, but I think it's real possible. This is the support. Okay, we got support here. It's real possible that we revisit the lows. We're up a lot though. We can get out here. Okay, this is what I was looking for. This is what I was waiting for. Okay, another push lower. We're up nearly 20% on the puts.